I mean, I've been in chess 30 years, and I don't think I've seen a set that is even remotely as bad as this. All right, the 9 most awful chess sets you could buy. I would like to start with the article with a warning. What you're about to see cannot be unseen. I'll understand if you click away right now, but if you're brave enough to power through this, get ready to see the 9 most awful chess sets you've ever seen. Yeah, of course it's going to be on YouTube down the road. That's why I have to start over. But we'll get through a good chunk of it pretty quickly. Now, why am I doing this? You might have heard of the recent collab between Tyler the Creator and Louis Vuitton. One item from Tyler's collection is a rather costly chess set. And what do you get when you bring together one of the most renowned luxury brands and a Grammy-winning artist's designed chess set? Exactly what you'd expect. Something exotic, to say the least. Okay, all right. A chessboard by Tyler Okonoma for Louis Vuitton. Now, this set, of course, as I've said before, not a big fan of it. When you look at these images, even when they're really small, like this king, it's got this very weird curve to it, which is just awkward. Pieces are all kind of out of shape. They look kind of like bent a little bit. I mean, this is just not my idea of a chess set that's worthwhile. It just isn't. It looks really, really ugly. I mean, I've been in chess 30 years, and I don't think I've seen a set that is even remotely as bad as this. Not even close. Let's be very clear. Not even close. And to make matters worse, you guys, when we get back to the article, you'll see here that it says, as we keep going, it says, don't get me wrong, I actually think the melted looking pieces look interesting. I disagree with that, but to each their own. And the set could make a lovely centerpiece. Unfortunately, I don't have the $18,800 necessary to buy it lying around the house. Now, honestly, $18,800 is just simply a ridiculous amount of money for a chess set that, in my opinion, if I saw it, I would say, hey, somebody has a little bit of spare time. I might give you $10, maybe $50 for it. I'm not spending $18,800 for it. I don't care how artistic you make it look. So I think it's easily the worst chess set I've ever seen. There's no doubt about it in my mind. Okay, to be fair, many other people seem to like it too. That means they have bad taste. Tyler himself said it's one of his favorite pieces from the collection. The Reddit hive mind, however, are less enthusiastic. Let's just say that they think the pieces are somewhat suggestive. But I would play with those if you paid me. Okay, but to prove to you that Tyler's chess set is by far not the worst thing you could own, I'll give you a taste of what true chess horror looks like. Let's begin. The classic glass set you can't escape. You've seen this before. We all have the glass chess set. It is not only horrendous and impractical, but it's also everywhere. It's like a nightmare that won't go away. Now, this set, as I've mentioned in the past, it is a set that I do possess. I have it back home in New York. I think I know exactly where it is in my parents' house. I don't really mind the set personally. Obviously, if you try to play on it, you're going to hear that loud clank on the glass. You have to be very, very careful, of course. But in general, I don't really mind the set. I feel like I've probably even seen the set a few times, maybe even in TV shows, I want to say. But let's keep going. While the glass chess set is physically ugly, its most outrageous aggression is against the player's ears. The sound of glass pieces sliding on top of a glass board is like a chalk screech that pierces your ears and scars your soul. On top of that, you can't even flip the table after tilting losing streak without shattering the chessboard and getting a few stitches and maybe a lawsuit from your wounded opponent. That's also true. You can't flip the board. I agree. Only a person with no sense of self-preservation could create a board game made out of glass. But I disagree, because actually, let me make another browse. Let me see if I can find a picture of my chess set. I literally have an actual glass set where every individual square is like a piece of glass. I won it in Hugavine chess set. Let me see if I can find a picture of it, because let me see. Hikaru Hugavine chess set. Is there a picture of it? It's literally like every square is like a glass square. I'm seeing if I'm Googling. I don't see it. I'm Googling. That's annoying. I guess I probably never posted it on Twitter, I'm guessing. Probably I never posted, so I can't find it right off. But there was a set where it's literally every square is like basically it's like glass. And then they're very large glass pieces too. So I'll find it whenever I go back to New York. I'll take a picture of it so you guys can see it. It's like gigantic, and you have to be extremely careful because the pieces are not tiny itsy bitsy. They're actually very big. They're very, very big. But anyway, let's keep going. Following that logic, why don't we throw all caution to the wind and start selling glass Jenga or even glass dominoes? I'm sure it would be as safe and pleasant as glass chess. All right, next up we have the Trojan horse. This is another classic. That anyone who plays chess has seen at some point. I like to call it the Trojan horse. You just want to play chess, but somehow you end up with a bunch of checker pieces. Ah, of course. Yes. I've seen this too. Yeah. I've seen this too. It's like you buy a chess set and then there are a bunch of checker pieces that come with it and you're just like, excuse me, what's going on? But this is really old. Like, I feel like I haven't seen something like this for at least a good, like, I'm gonna say at least a good 10 to 15 years. But I have seen this. Yes, where you buy a chess set and it's not for checkers, but still they have like checkers pieces and other additional stuff that you don't need whatsoever. Yeah. Thank you to Darks for the host of 26 as well. Appreciate it. Thank you so much to Darks. Thank you for the host. All right, let's keep going. We have, well, at least you can play the Queen's Gambit with E4 to F4. Oh, the King and Queen. The King and Queen are set up wrong as well. Very, very poor. Very poor that they actually don't notice that they aren't mirroring. Like, I don't care if you get the King and Queen wrong, but to do it right with black and wrong with white, that is extremely poor. That's exceptionally poor to set the pieces up wrong like this. That's like an extra layer of stupidity. All right. Next up. And that's why they make the joke you play the queen. Ah, I missed the joke. The joke is Queen's Gambit with 1 E4 and 2 F4. Queen's Gambit. That's a very, very, very sneaky joke that they worked in there because I completely missed it the first time. Completely missed it because the King and Queen are set up wrong. Okay. But what's the harm, you might wonder? After all, you're still getting a chess set. Well, my innocent chess-playing reader, that's exactly what they want you to think. Just like the Trojans when they brought a strangely heavy wooden horse into their homes. Getting one of these sets could be your demise. The pieces are usually way too big and light, so you'll spend half your clock time trying to rearrange the pieces that bump into each other. But even worse, just having checker pieces lying around might give people the wrong idea. Can you imagine if someone said they were too tired of chess and maybe you should play a round of checkers now? You don't want that kind of crazy talk around your house. Next up, the expensive set with a decapitated horse? What? Wait, this is for real? No way. No way. This can't be real. This cannot be real. It's like, this can't be real. I've never seen this. Literally, it's literally the horse's head. Well, the makers of the chess set claim their knight resembles a horse grazing its pastures. I personally think this knight resembles the Godfather. It does. That's just like a horse's head. And also, as someone said, the way it's shaped, it looks a little bit like a fish head too. I mean, this is tough. It looks like you just took the anyway, whatever. It literally looks like the horse has been decapitated. Yeah, it looks like the horse was decapitated. Okay, let's keep going. I pray that I never wake up with that knight on my bed. That would be scary. And why is the knight the only piece that's portrayed realistically while everything else is stylized to look like an ice cream cone? That's nonsense. Just like paying $500 for a set like this. What? This set is $500? This set is $500? Oh my god. Wow. That's like so much work. That's insane. The even more expensive and even uglier set. I understand luxury brands need to look quirky and creative, but I also understand the limits. Where's the line between trendy and just plain ugly? Our folks at Tiffany decided to push the question to the limit, all while charging more than $140,000 for a chess set. This set has a lot of the same terrible characteristics as the glass set. However, dropping a 24K gold piece must be considerably more painful than dropping a cheap piece of glass. What is this? This is $140,000? What? Just because the pieces are handcrafted in gold? Are you crazy? 140,000? That's insane. That's actually insane. What the heck is wrong with people? Unreal. Okay, next up we have the Hungover set. I almost didn't include this chess set because I feel bad for it. Just by looking at it, you can tell that its pieces are not having a good day. All right, what do we have? We've got the rook is like the pillars. The pillars are the rooks. This looks like some kind of weird. If this set were from like 100 AD or something, that would be really, really funny. But this is a modern day set. That's the only problem. I don't know why it says hungover, but it says the knight looks way too tired. The bishop undoubtedly had a rough night. The queen can't take it anymore, and the king needs to hold the stick for balance. But the thing that bothers me the most is the pawn reminds me of Squidward. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's actually pretty funny. I mean, I don't really see it personally. I don't see the hungover bit, but yes, the Squidward is pretty good. That's pretty good actually. Read it and weep. Sometimes the concept sounds good on paper, but doesn't quite work out when you see it in real life. I bet Dr. Frankenstein was psyched up with the prospect of creating his very own creature, but we all know how that turned out. As a topography fan who loves playing chess, I feel the same way when I heard about this chess set. It's hard not to get intrigued when someone tells you there's a chess set with pieces shaped like their actual names. But when the result is an army of blocky pieces that seems disproportionate, especially when put next to a gigantic king and queen, well, let's just say the chess pieces speak for themselves. Okay. Ooh, this looks bad. This looks pretty terrible. Ooh, this is a special level of bad. Special level of bad. Yeah, this is a bad set. I don't even understand this chess set. This is just bad. Bad stuff all around. Next up, we have Honey, Did You Water the Chess Set? Oh no, my pawns are all dry. If your chess set has ever made you worry about how healthy it is, it means you've made a bad choice somewhere in your life. Losing your pieces because you keep blundering is hard enough. You don't need to make it even harder by literally seeing your pieces dry out and die because you forgot to water them. Okay, someone's losing their mind. I mean, this is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. I mean, this is just stupid. I mean, I really hope this is like a $5 chess set, because this is honestly absurd. Absurd. Next up, they made dragons and chess look bad. Chess is one of the oldest and most popular games in the world. Dragons are mythical creatures of great power and beauty. What about a dragon chess set? Probably one of the ugliest things you'll see in your entire life. Wait, what? So their bones under the board. They're literally are like so their bones under the board. There's like a drag. I mean, I don't know. This could, some people could find this cool though. You could find this cool too. Like, I'm not sure I hate this one actually. I'm not a big fan, but I don't actually dislike this that much, honestly. The more I look at it, the more I kind of find it kind of cool. Yeah, people kind of agree. I'm not sure that I agree that this is like the worst thing ever. I mean, I'm somewhere in between. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's horrible. And it has some kind of artistic beauty to it, I would say. This is interesting. Interesting is a good word. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this set specifically. I don't know how they managed to make both chess and dragons look bad, and you can't even play with the set because all the pieces look like an amorphous blob of lizards. Okay. Overpromise and underdeliver. What do we have? I really don't know what happened here. They call it the deluxe cartoon character chess set and claim it's engaging and vibrant. They also claim it's an ideal tool for early learning, for early chess learning and beyond, because it comes with a unique teaching mode via CD. Okay, that's how they describe it. That's what they promise. Here's what they deliver. Okay, you have the rook is what, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa or something? I mean, the bishops are who? I get that there's a horse. I don't understand who's the pawn, who's the horse. I mean, I guess the bishop has a gun in his hand. Is that supposed to be like a rifle? Or is that supposed to be a sword? I can't even tell. But I'm kind of confused. I'm actually confused by this set. I don't understand. Like, this is supposed to be a bishop, I guess, with the king and the queen, I get. The pawn, I guess. Like, I don't understand the set at all. I just don't get it. First of all, why are the bishops wearing onesies? Wait, the bishops are wearing onesies? Onesies? What? I guess. I can't even tell that. But anyway, whatever. Why are the bishops wearing onesies? The rooks look like candles. And the queen's crooked eyebrows make her look puzzled. Maybe she's wondering what happened to her youth and how she ended up with that weird-looking king. Conclusion. I bet the Louis Vuitton chess set is not looking bad at all right now, is it? The lesson here is twofold. First, we need to learn to appreciate the plain and simple chess sets in our lives. Second, if this article inspires you, but you still wouldn't buy Tyler's chess set for yourself, you can always buy it for me as a gift. My doors are always open. I'm going to be honest, like, actually, I don't agree at all. I think looking through the sets, that set is still probably the worst one that I've seen. Honestly, this set with the pieces being bent and 18,000 bucks, that still is the worst set in my opinion by far. This one is pretty bad too. But I still think the Tyler one is the worst. I don't think it's even close. Like, even this one, I don't really mind this one. I don't mind the dragons. This one's pretty ugly, but it's not on the same level of ugly. Yeah, I would actually say I disagree. I think the Tyler one is easily the worst one. I don't think it's even close, honestly, when I look at it. I don't think it's even close at all. So, yeah. I don't think so at all. I don't think so. Yeah, they're hyping up this article by including Tyler the Creator, I guess. But in general, I think that's the worst set. I do, by far. I don't think it's even really that close. Honestly, I don't think so. The Tyler the Creator set, not Tyler 1. Tyler the Creator.